In today's episode, we visit a tale called The Monkey's Paw, a supernatural cautionary tale written by William Wymark Jacobs. Now, Mr. Jacobs was originally not known for his horror writing, but as a comic, light-hearted writer about docks, sailors, and everyday Londoners. But this story, The Monkey's Paw, which he wrote in 1902, created an extraordinary response among the Londoners, and it stands even today as one of the most iconic supernatural tales told by an English author. This tale is about human desire, and in its heart, the tale tells us that human beings are never satisfied. We long for more money, more power, more control over our destinies. And in this longing, W. Jacob tells us we destroy ourselves. It's a cold, wet night in the English countryside. The kind of night where the world outside seems erased, swallowed by darkness. In a small, isolated home, the White family sit gathered around a dying fire. Mr. White is a man of curiosity. Mrs. White, gentle and composed, elderly lady, and they have a son, Herbert, young, warm, and full of laughter. The storm continues to scream against their windows, but inside there is comfort, warmth, a family's happy togetherness. Suddenly, there comes a knock. And with that knock enters Sergeant Major Morris, a man returned from years of service in India. He carries with him the dust of foreign lands, the weight of forgotten secrets, and something else, something wrapped in an old tattered piece of cloth. 21 years of it, says Mr. White. When he went away, he was a slip of a youth in the warehouse, Now look at him. He don't look to have taken much harm, says Mrs. White politely. I'd like to go to India myself. Just look around a bit, like you do. The man, Sergeant Morris, a man returned from service in India, talks to the family of strange things he has seen, of rituals, beliefs, ancient magics practiced in the parts of the world they cannot imagine. I should like to see those temples and fakirs and jugglers, said the old man, Mr. White. And what was that you started telling me the other day about the monkey's paw, Morris? Nothing, says the soldier hastily. Leastways, nothing very important. Monkey's paws, says Mrs. White, curiously. Well, it's just a shriveled, dried monkey paw, says the sergeant. His three listeners lean forward eagerly. To look at it, says the sergeant, fumbling in his pocket to take out the monkey's paw. It's just an ordinary paw, dried like a mummy. And what is there special about it? Says Mr. White, as he took it from his son and examined it. It had a spell put on it by an old fakir, said the sergeant. A very holy man. He wanted to show that fate ruled people's lives, and that those who interfered with it did it to their own sorrow. The paw was cursed by a fakir, someone who believed deeply in fate, destiny, and cosmic balance. To teach people a lesson that destiny should not be manipulated, he placed a spell upon the paw. The spell was that 3 separate men could each have 3 wishes from it. "Well," said Herbert, "didn't you have your 3 wishes, sir?" "I did," he said, with a look so grave that it felt that Morris would have preferred to die rather than answer the question. "And did you really have the wishes granted?" "Yes." "And has anybody else wished it?" "The first man had his 3 wishes, yes," was the silent reply. "I don't know what the first 2 were, but the third was for death. That's how I got the paw." His tone was so grave that a hush fell on the group. The room grew heavy. The fire seemed colder. Then Mr. White said, "If you do not want it, why are you keeping it?" "I don't know." "I don't know." With that, Morris threw the monkey's paw into the fire. "Better let it burn." "If you don't want it, Morris," said Mr. White, all of a sudden very curious, "give it to me." "I won't," said his friend doggedly. "I'll throw it into the fire. If you keep it, don't blame me for what happens, White. Pitch it into the fire like a sensible man." But the other man, the elderly White, shook his head and then said, "How did you do it?" Morris, "Don't do it, White. Just don't do it. Throw it into the fire. But if you must, hold it up in your right hand and wish aloud. But again, as a friend, I warn you of the consequences." With that, the Morrison got up and said, "If you must wish, White, for heaven's sake, wish for something sensible." And with that, he left. Mr. Morris almost unconsciously retrieved the paw from the fire, compelled by the temptation of the unknown. The snatching of the monkey's paw was a small act, but life-changing, because desires always begin small. Later that night, as the storm raged, the Whites sat round the table, still shaken, yet curious. Mr. White holds the paw. Herbert laughs light-heartedly and teasing. "Wish for something sensible, father." "Now what is sensible, father? 200 pounds to pay off the house?" The room relaxes. Everybody laughs. Mr. White raises the paw and whispers, "I wish for 200 pounds. Nothing more, nothing less. No flash, no thunder, nothing. But the paw moves like a lively, unnatural, supernatural twist of a living thing. The family recalls. But the next day, the wish is fulfilled. Herbert goes to work as usual, but he does not return. In the late afternoon, a man from the factory arrives, trembling, hat crushed in his hand. I was asked to call," he said at last. "I am from Moore and Meggins." Mrs. White says, "Is anything the matter? Has anything happened to Herbert? What's it? What's it?" "I'm sorry," says the visitor. "Is he hurt?" demanded his mother. The visitor bowed his head. Badly hurt, but Mrs. White, he did not feel any pain. Oh, thank God! And then, what? What did you say? He didn't feel any pain? He was caught in the machinery, said the visitor. Caught in the machinery? What do you mean? And with that, he stared blankly out of the window, taking his wife's hand. And then gently turning to the visitor, Mr. White said, "He was the only one left to us. It is so hard." Herbert died in a machinery accident, and in compensation, the company, Moore and Meggins, offers £200. The price matches the wish. But what was the price of that wish? The price was their son's life. This is the moment when terror becomes philosophy, when a story becomes a warning, when desire becomes punishment. Days pass, the house becomes hollow. The laughter is gone. The life and warmth of the White family has died with the death of their son, a poignant reminder of the price of their wish. Herbert's chair remains empty at the dinner table, and grief does something to the human heart. It reshapes it, weakens it, makes it vulnerable to hope, dangerous hope. One night, Mrs. White, delirious with sorrow, remembers the paw. "The paw!" she cried wildly. "The paw!" Mr. White sat up in alarm. "What are you talking about?" She said, "The paw! You have not destroyed it, have you? Where is it?" "It's in the parlor." "Why?" "I only thought about it." "Thought about what?" "There were 2 more wishes left. We only had 1. Was that not enough?" "No! We'll have 1 more. Go down and get it back. I want my son alive again." "Goodness gracious," said Mr. White. "You are mad. Get it quickly. My son, my boy, I'm coming." Mr. White says, "You don't know what you're saying. We'd had our first wish granted. Not anymore. Why not the second? Go and get it. I'm going to wish for my son." Even his wife's face changed. In the white expectant face of his wife, he could see his own fears. He was afraid of not only the consequences of the second wish, but he was afraid of her, afraid of what might come back to him. "Wish!" she cried in a strong voice. "Wish him back! Do you think I fear the child I have nursed, the child I have given birth to? It is foolish and wicked," Mr. White says. "Wish!" The sorrow, grief overpowers reason. Mr. White refused continuously, not because he did not love his son, but because he feared the consequences. But the sorrow of his wife overpowered every reason. He lifted the paw. "I wish my son alive again." The wind stops, the world stops, and something begins. Hours later, at the dead of the night, there comes a sound, a knock. Slow, heavy, insistent. Mrs. White is instantly jolted awake. her heart overflowing with joy and longing. It's him! It's him! It's my son! It's Herbert! What are you saying? Says Mr. White. Where are you going? It is my boy! It is Herbert! I forgot it was so 2 miles away. What are you holding me for? I must open the door. My son has come back. For goodness sake, God's sake, don't let him in. You are afraid of your own son? Let me go. I'm coming, Herbert. I'm coming. Just wait a minute. There was another knock and another knock. The old woman flew downstairs, ran out of the room. Her husband followed, calling after her, appealing. He heard the chain rattle back, the bottom bolt drawn slowly, stiffly from the socket. The old woman's voice, strained and panting. My boy! My boy! Oh, the bolt, she cried loudly. Come down! I can't reach it. Help me! Help me to get my boy in. But Mr. White knows better. He knows how mangled his son's body must have been. He knows what the wish may have forced back from the grave. He knows what is standing on the other side of the door. Mrs. White struggles with the bolt, sobbing, frantic. Mr. White, shaking, fearful not only of his wife, but also of the consequences. He ran downstairs as fast as his legs could carry. On his hands and knees, he gropes widely on the floor in search of the paw. If he just could find the paw, if he could find it before the thing outside got in. He heard the creaking bolt as it came slowly back. And in that instant, in that frantic moment, God help him, he found the monkey's paw. And frantically he breathed his last and third wish. I wish for my son to rest in peace with thy father, God. Mrs. White opens the door. There is no one. Only an empty road, washed in moonlight, and the whisper of fate. At first glance, Monkey's Paw is a story of horror. A supernatural cautionary tale. But beneath the ghostly surface, it's a story of human desire and the spiritual truth that every wish comes with a price. Every longing carries consequences. Fate does not like to be challenged. Another powerful element is a tragic irony. The Whites wish for money, they receive it, but through their son's death. They wish for their son's return, but the consequences of the wish are so unbearable that they cannot face it. In the end, the greatest terror is not just a creature, a ghost of their son lurking in the dark. It is the unstoppable force of fate. The fakir who cursed the paw wanted to teach humans a lesson. That the universe maintains balance. That karma cannot be tricked. That destiny is not clay for us to mold. And that shortcuts to happiness come wrapped in suffering. And so, we close tonight's journey. A journey with desire, destiny, and the silent laws that govern the universe. The monkey's paw may be a fiction, but it's a warning. Be careful of what you wish for, because every wish has a cost. And fate always collects it. So goes The Monkey's Paw. A story of desire, death, and longing.